Big win, Don Wilson here for Top MMA News, here with an elated Matt MacGrath after a really impressive performance, taking a W over Dean Amasinger. Why don't you give us your thoughts on the fights and how it went down for you?
I knew he was a really good stand-up guy from the UK. They say he had good wrestling, but it's a little bit different level here in Canada. And the whole game plan all along was to take him down and ground and pound. But I think I was doing okay with my hands too. I was landing some heavy shots, and he really only caught me with one hard overhand right. Other than that, I think I was dominating the whole fight. So.
It definitely being something different than the UK and Canada. Your top game was just gorgeous tonight, and that was definitely not something that I personally expected. I thought you'd be trading more on the feet. So, last time we saw you, it was not the most impressive performance against Caleb Starnes, but really, let's be honest, that was just a bigger guy laying on top of you. Is your future now at 170 set?
Yeah, I've always been a 170 fighter. I just there was a spell there I wasn't getting many fights, so I was willing to take 185 fights. I took that fight on like a week and a half's notice with Caleb. They were going to scrap both fights, and I was ready to fight Louis Philippe Carl, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. I did okay with him the first round, but I knew he was a jiu-jitsu guy, and he got me down the second. So.
Now, one thing that's been going on lately that you've been getting a little trash, people saying that you've had a few losses lately, and maybe you should step down in quality of opponents. Tonight, you took a step up. UFC veteran, you were able to take him out. Do you think this shows that you're in the top 10 for Canadian welterweights?
I think I'm there. I seen the trash on Top MMA News and stuff, and just kind of smiled. The guys I had lost to in the past year or whatever were like marginal losses, with the exception of Goulet. Yeah. Marginal losses, like a guy like Claude Patrick, who's making a run in the UFC now, or like a Matt Veach, who won 5 fights in the UFC. So, I really take lots from every losses, and I think I'm right there with anybody.
So, you got the big win. You probably definitely put yourself in just outside of the top 10, if not into the top 10 in Canada right now. What's next for you? What do you want?
I'm pretty sure I'm coming up in May for a show in London. There's talk of that, and then something in July that is in the works as well. So nothing confirmed yet, but looks like I'm coming back to Ontario in May.
Speaking of Ontario, how was the treatment of the Ontario fans and the Ontario, I guess, lifestyle in general for the last few days you've been down here?
It's been great. I've been here since Monday. I had to get some meds done, and they've really been looking after me, my managers and friends and stuff. And it was kind of different to get cheers after being an East Coaster up here in Ontario. Yeah. I competed at judo and wrestling, different sports for a long time. That's the first time I ever got a cheer from an Ontario crowd, so it felt good.
Good. Now, I guess the last question that we could really leave you with here, is there anyone that you really want to challenge? I know you're not a big guy for calling you out. We've done this before, but is there anyone out there in Canada that you'd like to challenge? You just saw Jordan Mean get a win, 170-pounder in Canada. Is there anyone out there that you want to challenge?
There's 2 guys I'd really like to fight. One guy's been Ryan Ford. That's been a long time coming, and I've been trying to fight him for years. And I'd like to see that happen, and I'd like to fight Jordan, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to press it. He's a good guy, but obviously it's a good fight for me to fight a tough guy like Jordan. But the other guy I'd really like, it would be a rematch against Corey McDonald. Yeah. And I lost a marginal loss to him. He's a tough fighter, but he hasn't fought in a couple of years, and we actually asked for a fight with him in Kingston, which the card is expunged now, but yeah. I'd love to have a rematch with Corey.
All right. Now I got to keep you for a minute, because recently we talked with Ryan Ford, Top MMA News, and he actually said that there was no one in Canada at 170 that could hang with him. First off, what's your answer to that? Anytime,
any place, I'm ready for Ryan Ford.
Second, Corey McDonald personally has told me that there's no one at 170 that will accept a fight with him. So you're saying right now that you have accepted a fight now on the now defunct Proving Ground card?
It wasn't that I accepted. We looked for a fight against Corey McDonald, and his management said I was too tough an opponent for Corey right now when he's this close to the UFC. So that's the answer we got. So I'm going with that. I don't know what to say. They weren't his words, but it came from his management, his coaching staff, whoever, I don't know, but that's what we got back.
All right, well, I won't push it anymore. After the fight, how you feeling? Any injuries, any broken bones, hands, nothing?
Not at all. I'm ready. I could be ready to go in 2 or 3 weeks. I had a fat lip, but I mean, that's par for the course. I only took really one hard shot in the second round, and I don't think he realized how hard he hit me. So I feel good.
All right, well, there you go. Don Wilson, Top MMA News. Matt MacGrath's good to go. So hopefully we'll be seeing him on the MMA live card in London. Thank you very much.